नमस्कार। बच्चे भगवान के रूप होते हैं। Childrens are the mere reflection of Almighty. But why they say that children have all those qualities what Almighty has, like compassion, truth, honesty, and above all, lot of love. Irrespective of whoever is around them, they will keep on showering their love to everybody. Is that why the students of our ancient India Gurukulas, they will be reading all the Chauda Vidya, will be learning Chaushat Kala, but still many of them will agree to enter into Grihast Ashram. Yes. So, whenever somebody will be entering to Grihast Ashram, they want to experience that how Almighty have made these children so beautiful, so truthful that we have given them an designation that they are equivalent to Almighty. So they want to experience it. We have discussed in so many videos that when somebody will be entering to Grihasthashram, it is their responsibility to give healthy and very intelligent children to this society. And we have discussed this. We have made a playlist and that how all the sanskars were being discovered by our ancestors. So that's why what is happening actually with the children. So we see right from their beginning of their childhood, their Gyanendriyas are receiving all the data to the brain. But here we'll discuss one small thing. As we know, the optic nerve, the auditory nerve, the olfactory nerve, the cranial nerve, whatever the data is being received by our children's Gyanendriyas is all inverted, upside down, bipirit. Yes.
It is normal when a child writes any mirror image. It is normal when a child writes from right to left. Let's take one example. This is a three-letter word, AIR. So when I'm reading it from left to right. But if I want to add one alphabet in front of air, and if I write it is H, then I'm getting hair. So how brain is going to interpret it, that is from right to left. Along with that, if I'm going to write one more alphabet in front of H, then it is C, and then I'm getting chair. So whenever we read something, it is always from left to right. But how brain interprets is, it is
So we have
right to left.
talked about everything this in our series of videos. So today we will see that when we grow adult, that is when our milk teeth are being replaced slowly by the permanent teeth, that is the time when all the nerves which are carrying the data to the brain will be fully grown. Is that why our ancestors always thought of sending children to Gurukulas only after age of 8, 10 or 12, because every child is unique, every child is different, and it is a blessing of the Almighty to let us know that when you are with a child, you can also develop the divine emotions within yourself by looking to them. We have already made a video that how we can encourage our child to speak truth, to be truthful, to be honest, and to be compassionate. So our videos are right from the beginning to bring back the etiquettes, the sanskars, the culture, the tradition what our country had some long years ago. The time is not yet gone away. If we all can try, we can come towards it. Already our government of India have started a department known as IKS, that is Indian Knowledge System. In all IITs, there are so many Gurukulas coming up in South India. They are all moving towards bringing the Indian knowledge system back to our land. Few days back, there was a research paper where they have focused that children, when they are exposed to Indian classical music, that empowers their brain. So this all information, whatever we are discussing with respective to our child, then definitely whatever the child is receiving the data through the Gyanendriyas, it is all inverted upside down. So is that the opposite of truth is untruth or it is false? Yes, my dear friends, the opposite of truth is untruth. It is not false. And that example we have already received it during the Mahabharata war. As we know, Yudhishthir, Dharma Raksha Karne Wala, he always speaks truth. So when Dronacharya's son was being killed, at that time he said untruth, but he has not said false. So that's why when we come across, when we live our life with a child, it is like living your child with divinity. So that's why when a child receiving all the data through the auditory nerve, optic nerve, olfactory nerve, cranial nerve, every data is having so much of inversion in that. That is, the data is inverted inside, and we have already made a video on that. So all research students of different university, if you want to find your research problem statement, what best can be other than our Indian scriptures? So that's why when this olfactory nerves, when we discussed about all these nerves, we will come to know that this nerve is not matured till all the milk teeth are not being replaced by the permanent teeth. So is that why when you ask a child to do something, the child will do just the opposite of what you have asked the child. So it is the behavior of the child. So it is my kind request to all the parents, let's remember back what our Dadi, Nani, Dadaji, Nanaji always used to tell, that when you will deal with the child, you have to remember all these criteria, because it is a phenomena which is being given by the Almighty. So that's why, is that why the flag in the Jagannath temple in Puri, we adults say that it is flowing in a opposite to the air direction. So believe me friends, when there is divinity, when there is divine, when there is love, when there is bhakti, whatever we are experiencing through our eyes is not the thing what is being experienced by our children. So that's why when you ask a small child to see if the child knows what is direction, what is flag, when it should flow, in which side it should flow, then we will come to know that He is the Almighty. He knows what has to be done, how much knowledge has to be given to us. In our last video, we have discussed that nothing is in our hand. What if we want to achieve also anything, then definitely we have to first give that to the ambience where we want the things to come back to us, because in that person, in that human being, within that human being, whatever the Almighty is there, we are giving respect to that Almighty. So is that why in Jagannath temple till today scientists are confused that why, if they have kept 7 pots at the one in all the 7 layers, but the top pot is cooked, the food is being cooked first. The biggest principle of this earth is gravity and this shape. So one thing which is against gravity, that is fire. So when something is against gravity and it is happening, it is with divinity. So we have already made a video that this butterbriksha, how this butterbriksha roots are outside. Every plant roots are inside. Butterbriksha is only one plant whose roots are outside. Is that why when Vidur was explaining the map of our world to Dhritarashtra, it has taken the help of one rabbit and two people lives, and again that is upside down. Yes. So in every scriptures, in every messages, divine wants us to know only one thing, that you are being veiled by Maya, and your work, our work is to unveil this Maya while living our life with the child, so that it will not only help to improve the good qualities within us, but it will help to bring a good human being to the society back. Is that why till today there is a tradition of showing mirrors to Almighty? Yes, if we remember, in Mahakaleshwar temple, in Bhasma Aarti, there is a tradition of showing mirrors to the Shivalinga. So that is an emphasis for us to remember that whatever illusion is there in our life, it is only because of our eyes. So once we get rid of this illusion, divinity is for us. Divine wants us to connect with us. Divine wants us to love, to get the love from us. So it is our responsibility how we can come to unveil the Maya from our eyes, and then we can connect to divinity. Is that why till today there is a ritual in Jagannath Puri temple that whenever the Panditji is offering prasad to Jagannath Bhagwan, he should see the reflection of Jagannath Ji in his in the water in which he is offering the prasad. So this reflection of the Almighty's, while seeing it maybe in a mirror or in a water, is a remembrance for us, is a consciousness for us that we have to remove this veil from our eyes, and we have to live our life like a child if we want to experience divinity. Is that why till today any old person or any Dadaji, Nanaji or any grandparent, if you ask them what is the time, they will tell you, why do you need a clock to see what is the time? Can't you see your shadow? From the shadow you can know your time. So just so much of knowledge our ancestors had, and today we are dependent so much on this human-made clock that we have forgotten these tricks, that what our ancestors always wanted us to know. Till today, Surya Konark temple is still there, but we are going there just to see and come back. So the time has come now to bring this knowledge to our children about shadow. Is that why now the books of our children have started showing the shadow matching as a some kind of curricular activities in their books. So when somebody is seeing his or her shadow, there is no shadow at 12 noon, and when the sun is rising and sun is setting, Sun is rising, sun is setting, opposite. The shadow will be elongated. But at the same, there are different paraphernalia how we can see shadow. So if we want to experience all these things, then we have to remember, we have to be conscious that when something is with divinity, this reflection and shadow does not work. Is that why till today we cannot see the reflection or the shadow of our Jagannath temple in Puri? Yes. So everything, whatever we want to understand with divinity, spiritualism, truth, honesty, compassion, love, then we have to remove the veil with the help of a child. So now the time has come, we have to improve the Gurukulas of our country once again back, so that our children will have all this knowledge one by one, which will not only help them to bring back the Narayan within themselves. I remember there was a beautiful example by the Google CEO, that is Sundar Pichai ji. He said till today his parents wants him to finish his PhD from any of the IITs. So we remember, let us remember back. What is the statement what our ancestors had, that if your child is successful? Today we have different definitions to make that yes, my child is successful. But let's remember back what our ancestors said, that if your child is successful, then definitely he should, or the child should have done some kind of research. That is, the child must have solved some problem statement which will bring solution for the mankind, for the society. So beautifully our society was ingrained with knowledge and wisdom. So Bharat, let's welcome back the Indian knowledge system. Let's welcome back what our ancestors thought the real meaning of success for our children. So I always say, if a child is in a toddler age and if somebody will ask you what you want your child to be, then the best answer what we can remember and give back, if my child is in the toddler age and if my child is enjoying his or her childhood, then my child is successful. So Sundar Pichai ji has given a beautiful example through his parents for all of us, that what our ancestors thought, our ancestors have thought, that how our child can be successful in his or her life. This opposite thing, Almighty, I have made one more video in that. I have already discussed that divine always wants to communicate to us, always. And this opposite thing, always Almighty wants to remember कि आप जो देख रहे हो, जो आप समझ रहे हो, ये सब उल्टा है. Whatever you are seeing, whatever you are experiencing, it is all upside down. Trigger your consciousness and improve your knowledge, buddhi, wisdom. So when Ramji and Lakshmanji came, they came one as Vishnu Bhagwan and one as Sheshnag avatar. Then again when Krishna ji and Balram ji came, at that time Krishna ji became the younger brother and Balram ji became the elder brother. Same like Balabhadra ji and Jagannath ji. And again when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji came with Nityananda ji, again they become opposite. So this opposite thing Almighty has this have said us in every signs and symptoms, in every scriptures, that this upside down, this inverted, this viparit thing you have to remember, because when Kal comes, Vinash Kale Viparit buddhi. Yes, when Kal will come, we will have all this opposite kind of buddhi in our brain, and we will do all the opposite, all the viparit karmas, which will take us away from our dharma, keeping us in the cycle of birth and death. There is one beautiful example of Kalidas ji. When we all remember, when he was cutting the branch of the tree, he was cutting on the same branch where he was sitting, because he was having the divinity in that. And we know what kind of literature Kalidas ji has written for us to understand. So whenever you see somebody, some adult also, with so pure knowledge, don't even take any privilege to underestimate him, because that human being is being connected to divinity through all his sense organs, because the nerves which are converting, which are all making this upside down in the brain, is still not matured for that person. So this tricks of shadow, which we get it only when we are exposed to any hard surface, that too we need a light for that. We can see our reflection in water when we are exposed to some good light at the backside. So for whether it is a shadow or reflection, light is common, but the end results are different. For one, we need water, and for one, we need a hard surface. And how it is being related to man, how it is being related to our pure soul, we all will discuss in our series of our videos. So here in this video, we are trying to remember back that whenever somebody will ask us that, what is this viparit? What is this inverted? What is this upside down? Then we should bring our consciousness back like a childhood, when we are going to any divine places, at least for that much period of time, and we can see, we can experience divinity within us. Jai Bharat.